Alrighty, got the truck warming up here. I'm getting ready to go get some stuff for today's video. I was kind of looking for what to do, then I realized that I think I've got a couple car shows coming up, and I want to fix this because this was actually supposed to be fixed back for Good Guys when I lowered the thing. Now I really got to fix this because this just looks hideous. As you can see, it's sat outside. It started to rain a lot in California, so this has just totally gotten all corroded. So what we're gonna do is just sand all this stuff down, put a little bit of primer right here just to get the bare metal off. And then I'll weave in some white, and then I think I'm gonna do a different color on the drip rail itself to kind of change it up. But yeah, should be kind of a fun video. This is just kind of a little tip and trick style video. Yeah, the truck's like surging. I guess this is its typical cold start now. That just runs terribly. I don't know why. Only when it's cold. I gotta figure out. I don't know why it does that. And then you rev it and it chokes and spits, pops, bangs, and farts and all that crap. So. This is one of my like tip and trick style videos. You guys seem to like these when I do them a lot. I kind of take like it's some sort of idea that I got. You guys seem to take it and twist it and do it your own way, and it seems to come out pretty good. So I'm gonna go to the store, get some simple paint and sandpaper, stuff like that, and we're gonna get into this. Alright guys, so before the video begins, I do want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is a good one for all you F100 owners. It's actually CRAIGERCO Classics and F100 World. Now my good friend Craig, coincidentally is his name that runs everything, he came contact me over the Facebook groups and sent me a message. He actually runs F100 World and F100 World Build It Your Way on Facebook. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with that page. It has, I believe, I'll check right now, I think it's got around, yeah, there we go. You can see him right there. I'll just kind of try and put that up. So you can see we got like 38,000, 22,000, couple others, but yeah, super cool guy, came in contact with me. But yeah, you guys are probably familiar with those pages. If you're not already in them, you should definitely check it out. I have all the links down below to these pages and more, and he actually just coincidentally started a YouTube channel recently called CRAIGERCO Classics. As you can see, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys, and he does a lot of really cool interviews with a lot of the trucks that you see, the famous Instagram F100s or magazines and F100 Builders Guide, a lot of those kind of style trucks, but that have been completely redone. Super cool stuff you don't really see anywhere else, so I thought it was really cool, and I want to share that with you guys. So my message to you guys is to go blow up his YouTube channel that I've got on my phone right here. I'll put the link up on the screen, or the name up on the screen, the link down in my description for you guys. I want you guys to blow up his YouTube channel and absolutely start watching his stuff, because this is really cool, high quality stuff. He goes out and goes literally all over the place to go interview some of these really badass F100s that have been built, and not even just straight up F100 stuff. It's a lot of just classic car stuff, which is really cool. It doesn't have to be just F100 stuff, so there are a lot of Chevy stuff in here too for you guys. I'll leave the link down below, CRAIGERCO Classics on YouTube. Definitely go check his channel out, and I want you guys to subscribe to him. That's my biggest thing, is I want you guys to blow up. He's at, I think, 131 subscribers right now. I want to see him at over 1,000. That would be really cool. So I want to see you guys get him there. That mean a lot to me. He's a super cool dude, definitely deserves it. And yeah, I'd like to see you guys blow up his channel and go check out some of his videos. These things are pretty cool. I've watched almost all of them, so a lot of fun. But yeah, the Facebook page I did want to talk about real quick. So as you can see, I'll put up on the screen, just kind of scrolling through everything. It's just a lot of really cool posts from people, carb trouble, engine trouble, interior things, bucket seats in an F100 was a big thing for me. So as you guys know, I put Mustang bucket seats in my F100, and the first thing I did is I went to the actually F100 World Facebook page, posted it up, talked about what you guys were doing out there. I'm sure a lot of you guys can actually even possibly remember me posting it, but I actually did talk about it, saw what people are using, what year seat, what brackets, and just kind of going down the list, and people are posting where you can get seat brackets, where you can do this, you know, literally anything you need help on. There is 33,000 people that have bump sides or dent sides waiting to help you guys, or even slick sides, any F100 or Ford or classic car knowledge waiting to help you guys. And that was definitely the biggest help for me, is having that at my disposal, which is really cool. So I want you guys to go check out the group especially, and his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel has a lot of cool interviews, like I said, of really badass trucks. Some have been to SEMA and other ones, and interviews all this, the guys at Speed is the New Black, I think that TV show, he went to their shop and talked to a couple of them about the really cool trucks that they've built. So there's a lot of really cool in-depth stuff you don't get to see anywhere else in terms of F100 content. So I definitely recommend you guys to go check that out. So on their Facebook page, as well as some other pages that he has, you can find stuff like this, which is really cool. As you can see, I think I'm holding it upside down, F100 World stuff. But yeah, this is all, they've got stickers, decals, I think they have some clothing going on. But yeah, Craig is really working hard getting some of this stuff out. I have it actually, it's one of the very few, I don't like putting stickers on my truck at all. I like a very clean look, even though my truck is a piece of crap. But at the same time, I put this sticker on the back of my truck because I was proud to represent it, and I love things that he is doing for the F100 community. It really means a lot to me and all the other guys out there. So I will rep this on my truck, my toolbox, everything I own, proudly. And I've given these out to almost all of my F100 friends already. He sent me another shipment because I went through them like that. So definitely go down and check these out. These are, I think, on his Facebook page. You can check them out, and I think there's an eBay link for them. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna get right back into the video. So what I ended up grabbing for this video was a can of just like your Duplicolor stuff. You see me use this. Holy shit. So what I ended up getting for this video was a can of Duplicolor. You guys see me use this stuff all the time. So as you can see, I've got plenty of it sitting right there. That's just the Wimbledon, but I've used this stuff all the time. So this is a color match. I think this is a Chrysler color. Yeah, this is just a graphite. So I went with a graphite over a black. I was gonna just do a black on the drip rail, just kind of break things up and it would accent all the other blacks, but I kind of want to start moving my trim into the grayer section. We'll go ahead and sand this all smooth right here, get it back down to a pretty smooth surface, paint it, and we'll paint that back to white, kind of weave it in with a patina on the top of the roof. Then it'll get rid of some of the bare metal down here, and it should look pretty good. So I'm gonna stop talking because I've been talking a lot this video, so we're just gonna get right in the action and get this thing done. Alright guys, so camera battery's about to die, but I didn't want to point this out. My roof is a lot worse than you guys might think. So everywhere you see it, someone took a literal rock wheel to this thing. You can see it all right here. This is all of this is rock wheel. And then every spot you see Bondo is a super low spot. Like these are literal dents. So I'm not taking any of those out. And I do have a roof skin coming, I believe, from like here to like way over there. So I'll put all steel in here, but I just want to make the thing look better because it looks like crap. So I just kind of lightly sanded it. As you can tell, it's the whole I don't really care right now kind of vibe with the whole sanding process. So I just kind of sanded it all down roughly. It's very smooth for what it is, but it's just so wavy because the metal is just physically dented, like beyond repair really. Got it taken down a little bit there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a primer on it, see what it does. Find any low or high spots, sand those out, and then just put some color on it, see what it does, you know? It doesn't matter if it's a 10-footer, it's gonna look better than, you know, 30 feet with this crap, so it'll look a lot better either way. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and do the same on the other side. Alright, so I just laid a little bit on there. As you can see, we painted the color, so it did alright. Definitely looks a lot better. It looks kind of naked almost because it's always had that like crappy primer on the top. It's not blended yet. I haven't blended or color sanded or anything. Put some Bondo here. I hate Bondo with a passion, but I'm getting a new roof skin like I said earlier, so we're just waiting for this to dry so we can sand it. It's a very temporary thing that we're doing right here, so I'm trying to get this to dry so I can sand this smooth because there is some rot right here, some rot right here. I'll pick all this out and then we'll sand it all smooth. There's a big dent right here, and then just miscellaneous rust spots coming up the roof right here, so it's all spread out. We'll sand all that in, and I did the same thing on the opposite side over here. As you can see, there's that guy right there. So yeah, we got some color sanding. I still gotta paint this other side here, so I got a lot to do. So probably going in tomorrow because this isn't gonna dry. It's kind of colder out too, so it's probably gonna take all night to dry properly. But I'll be able to sand that out and spray it out real quick, so it shouldn't take that long. But yeah, come back when we get ready to sand all this crap off. I'm doing the other side, as you can see right here, I've got it all sanded out. And what I realized is, as you can see, there's a tape line here because I'm gonna blend these two. So I'm gonna put a sharp paint line right here and then just kind of weave it all in with some sandpaper. I'll show you guys how I do that. I was gonna go spray a primer, and then I realized that I'm going for a kind of a patina look instead of an actual proper paint look. So why would I spray a primer on the bare metal to protect it from rusting through when the rest of the roof looks like that? So I'm just gonna spray the white directly over this. It should look fine. And then when I weave it in, it'll actually bring back some of the brown colors and it'll look just like this. I actually made this entire bedside look like this. I think I sanded it almost to bare metal. Here's some original paint, here's some original paint. I know this piece is not original. All of this is not original. This is not, and this is not. So I sprayed the whole thing, or I sanded it smooth down to almost bare metal, then I sprayed the white on it, and then I went ahead and just weaved in some bare metal spots, and I literally left it bare metal. All the brown is bare metal, and then it just rusts right into the actual paint that I had because I didn't have a primer, so it just kind of blends right into this. So it actually looks pretty cool in my opinion. If you're not in patina, you think this looks like crap, I understand, but this is just kind of the look I'm going for with the trucks. I'd like to actually make it all match. I guess if one spot looks like that rustic crap, and I like to make the rest of it look like that at least. So I'm gonna cover up this Bondo. It's a pretty small Bondo spot, so I'm just gonna go right over that and paint the whole thing and get it all back to white. This side's a lot easier. The driver's side I'm having a big issue with because there's so many high and low spots, so I gotta figure that side out. So if you ignore the tape from, you know, 5-10 feet away, you're not even gonna be able to tell. But I mean, the colors aren't that much different really. It's just the tape breaks it up. But you can see once I fade it in, like right here, I just kind of sprayed down to like right here, and you can't really tell, honestly. It's pretty hard to tell at least. So I don't know if you guys will even be able to tell when it's done, but it looks a lot nicer for sure. Just that little bit. I just absolutely hate the red. You can see the red in the drip rail right there. I can't stand it. So I'm taking all that out. All right, so I just painted this side a little bit, or I'm getting started. As you can see, this is filled now. It's not like a pitted mess, gosh, the sun makes it really hard to see. But I had to fill in this seam right here to get this part smooth. So what I'm gonna do now is I got a file, and I'm just gonna kind of go along the side here. And I can't go past here because this is like a legit hole. So I gotta keep it pretty conservative here and just go straight across it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to make this thing. I'm gonna kind of weave it in, but yeah, I'm just gonna remake this seam because it looks kind of dumb how it just kind of ends right there.
Hey, tell me a story. You've been hiding yourself again. Turn your shame to glory and shake off the ball and chain. Call me insane, call me a fool.
Alright, so it looks pretty bad, but we actually got that carved out. It's a lot smoother than it looks. Kind of show it right here, kind of see. Once it's all one color, it'll blend a little bit better. But now I'm gonna take some of this, which is just a glazing spot putty. You want the one without the hardener, a little bit easier to use. And then I'll go ahead and I'll take this, I'll just put it on my finger and just kind of smear it down the side of this, and it'll make it smoother, and then it'll allow me to kind of go from a deep crease all the way to this like shallow flat area. It'll make it pretty like a smooth contour all the way across it. Now I use a pick. Pick is about the perfect diameter of fitting this thing, just a straight pick. I'll actually be able to get that line the way I want it. Yeah, so keep in mind I'm just focusing on the actual crease itself. I'm not focusing on around it because I will sand that and it'll become smooth. But you can see I got the contour of that line pretty much where I want it. I can't go much further because like I said, there's a hole there. Alright guys, so I taped everything off. I spared you the long boring process of me actually masking everything. But if you're curious, I went ahead and used a trash bag. These are probably the easiest, cheapest thing because everybody has them. The black trash bags, they don't have the little scrunchy tight thing like a regular trash bag does. And then I went ahead and just opened one up, cut it down the center, opened it, and then laid it across the roof. And then I took and opened it up again on another one and then cut it straight in half. And then I did each of these sides, so it was super easy. Instead of going and spending a bunch of time and money and getting those masking products, just these are easy. So yeah, mask off the drip rail here. You can see, I actually really like the white drip rail on a black roof. I think that would be really cool. Personally, that's just my take. You guys can always let me know in the comments if I should either, I mean, you gotta keep in mind, I can always paint the roof, I can sand it off. The roof I don't care about. The roof can change as many times as you want. I could wrap it, I can do a ton of different things with it. But I really do like the contrast with the black roof and the white drip rail. Now, I'd probably do like a semi-gloss or a matte black. I wouldn't do a shiny black probably, because it wouldn't really match the truck very much. But I do like that look, so you guys can always let me know. But either way, right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and paint this drip rail black, or like that stone gray color that I showed you guys earlier. I think it was called graphite. So we'll go ahead and do that, because the roof is white, and so I painted it, so now we're gonna paint the drip rail black and flip it, I guess? I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the graphite on there and see what it looks like. Alright, so I just finished painting that. I think it looks really, really good. The color has a really big metallic in it, which I like. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably start peeling it off pretty soon. Yeah, I like that. That looks super good. It's kind of hard to tell with the trash bag, but oh, there, now you can kind of see the metallic actually. Yeah, I like that a lot. So now my job is to weave that in with the rest on the top, which I'll show you guys really quick, because I know this video is starting to get pretty long. But I'm gonna go straight into kind of blending the paint real quick, and I'll show you guys how I do it. All right, so here's the fun part. As you can see now, I gotta make these two look even, and that'll be really fun. So what I got started out doing is taking just sandpaper and like simple grain and stuff, and just kind of getting rid of this line, and getting rid of this line entirely just by using the 220 and just kind of weaving it in like that. It's pretty easy, and then getting all that off. It'll still be rusty on top, so don't really worry about taking all that off. And then what I'm also gonna do is use the simple green with one of these, a Scotch-Brite pad, and that's the labor-intensive part where you just gotta sit here and clean it. So as you can see, if I'm just doing this the entire time, it kind of pulls all these little white dots out. You probably can't see it on camera, but it's pulling all that out. This is a less aggressive way, and this is a really aggressive way to do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go at it. Here, so as you can see, I've gotten most of it getting there. As you can see, I got all the paint lines out, and it's just kind of starting to blend in. It looks a little bit better when you're away from the truck, but obviously standing close to it, it looks like it's very obvious. But I wanted to point something out here. So I switched to the 100 grit. The 100 grit is the most aggressive pad that you can use, and it definitely works the best. So I'm gonna point this out. This piece right here, you can see it's very torn up on the edge. It's got a lot of lines in it. It's very aggressive. And this is very not aggressive. So this is what you don't want. This is, believe it or not, this is actually what you want. So I can't even believe I'm saying this, but you actually want a more kind of aggressive look, or you want it to be more torn up. You really want to tear the edge of the paint up more than you do right here, because this will not fade in over time. This will. So this, and why, the reason I say this is I'm not just making this up, that I've actually done this multiple times. So this right here is the exact same as this right here. So as you can probably tell, you might be able to see it. There's some lines in there. It's kind of hard to pick up on my camera. As you can probably see, there's lines going horizontally and vertically. That is all 100 grit. This whole thing is 100 grit. You can see the lines right there. This is not. You can see it sticks out like a sore thumb. This blends in more. You can see it gets little bubbles in it. But if you're trying to do a patina style. If you're not, then don't listen to me. This is just specifically if you want to blend patina. This is how you do it. You spray. You don't use a primer, because rust won't come through a primer. So that's why I didn't use very much primer on my roof. I went ahead and I sanded the 100 grit straight to bare metal, so bare metal pieces could get up into the paint and come through over time. This is about 3 years, and this is what it looks like. I think it looks really good. So it looks natural. Obviously, nobody would know that this entire bedside was all Wimbledon white, and then I sanded it down to that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for up there. So So for right now it looks really good. It looks clean, I guess, but over time this will all oxidize and become orange, and it'll all blend very, very well. So I got it all finished up. It looks so much better than it did. Now, I know you can totally see the waviness of the roof line all being dented up. But the drip rail came out killer. I love it. I think that looks awesome. It really breaks everything up really well. It's not done. I still gotta weave a lot of stuff in, but you can see what I did up here is I took a file, like a square little tiny 1/4-inch file, and just started going like sideways, left and right, and that's what gives me those lines like that. And that helps break it up. So give it about a month and this will all kind of corrode evenly with the rest of the roof, and it'll blend in really, really well. I still got to do a little bit of blending right here, but I painted the front again, so I can't sand it, otherwise it'll just peel right off. Then on the other side, it's really good. You can see the front of the roof's nice and even. This side I got to blend a little bit better. You can see there's a line, pretty much literally a line right here. So I'll fade that in a little bit better. But besides the point, I think this looks freaking sweet. I'm pumped with it. Looks a lot better than it did. It'll definitely, I'm just trying to fix, like, you can see that door doesn't match. I'm gonna try to paint this little spot right here. Try to make things match a little bit better, because the truck doesn't match. Like, every panel's a different shade of white and I hate it. So I'm gonna try to fix a lot of that stuff coming up here pretty soon. Yeah, painted my truck for the first time. It's kind of cool. So pretty pumped with this. Just gotta keep in mind of what it used to look like if you're gonna judge what it looks like now. But I like that a lot, so. Super pumped with that. But yeah, trying to get back on a better upload schedule. So I decided to do this. It was supposed to be a quick and easy project video. It was supposed to go up yesterday, but I didn't finish it because it was a lot more body work than I was intending on doing. So yeah, with that being said, like the video if you did enjoy it, and let me know what you think down in the comments below if you like it, or if you're gonna do it in your own truck. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at @CRAIG909. You guys can send me DMs and pictures of your truck. I see them all the time. If you do something like this, I wanna see it, so send it to me. And that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.